this is my vlog for the 4th of January 2021, and it is I have no idea what day it is of the week, but it's the 4th day of the month of the year. I haven't done a video the last few days because I've been working on the same page I was working on before. My bi-weekly history test page, which is a type of history timeline. It works really cool. I was showing my mom today. I was hanging out with my mom most of the day today. And every day, I hang out with my mom every day, and for like a few hours, I help her with stuff. So, and I need the exercise. I start to feel like not good when I'm laying in bed. Maybe I should sit in the chair. Ever since I got this mattress, I've been laying in it. It's like addictive. It's like one of those body forming mattresses. I had to get it because my other one, the metal was poking through. But I was showing my mom today, like you can have the different decades with all the information in them, and they're square shaped. And then you can go up and down to do 100 years forward and backward, or like 10 years forward and backward if you scroll it like that. So it's using the scroll as like a tool to move around the page to look at different things. So it's kind of like a competitor to the drop down, you know? Anyway, and it makes it more kind of relatable to people. It's more grounded in the real world. You could imagine, kind of like, people like to make websites look like that. You can imagine this tablet, like you're in the spirit world and there's this tablet that's in front of you that you're kind of moving around as it's floating there on some magnet or just floating, and then you can like go into, also I had this idea that I liken my website to Google Earth. Like the way that you navigate is similar to how you would navigate on Google Earth. And so if you're looking at my page at the regular, where it takes up the whole width of the page, and then you have these little boxes, and there's a letter or the number for the decade. So it's like the box for the 550s. So then you just see a 0, which means the 50 for the 550s. But that 0, the little box that 0 is in, would represent a house. Then on the top of the page, I guess all pages would be like that, I would show how far above you are from the earth, if that was a house and you're looking at it. And then when you click on it and zoom in, how far above it you are. And then maybe like what animals there are. The animal icon could be next to it because that's how far it flies above. So then as you're looking at the website, you could pretend that you're an eagle flying above the website as it's like physical on the ground or something. Yeah, anyway. I have to have this thing. Oh, I thought I saw a bug. That wasn't a bug, it was a screw. I'm like super freaked out. There was some kind of a harvesting of bugs because there's just bugs everywhere. Could have something. I have water everywhere. And it could be also from the dirt. For the tegu and the tortoise, maybe there's poop somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, in the corner. But when I cleaned the dirt after 6 months, I didn't smell or see any poop. And there's a tortoise and a tegu living in there. Anyway, in my fireplace. Hey, there's my cricket. There's my hamster. I mean, my ferret. He hears me. He's up and about because he hears me talking. Oh shit, my cockatiel. I have to go get my cockatiel. Just realized it's not here right in front of me. Anyway, yeah. So I'm working on that page. And I decided I need to plug that up right now, as soon as I'm done with this video. The hamsters, the ferrets, they bit through my tube on the ceiling behind the TV. And so now they escape, and the one fell down twice. And when I bought them, the lady said that like one of them, like be careful because like she knew of one, or maybe I saw it in a video. But like their ferret fell in their cage from the second level to the first level and broke its back. And I have like metal stuff, like weights down here. So yeah, I'm gonna get chicken wire and do wrap it around it, and then make it tight with the zip tie. But so he can't get out again and fall and get hurt, and also so I could lock him in if I have to, you know. So I don't have an accidental encounter with my Tegu. My mom was over here helping me clean a few days ago. I think it was since the last time I did a video, and I let my Tegu out, even though he's brumating. I even got him to eat a little bit, but he was walking around, and because he wanted to leave, I let him out twice that day. But he's walking around, and then we found out that the ferret was out too. And so I see the ferret under the couch where I couldn't get him. And then the Tegu's heading there too. Like, I guess it looked like they both were approaching each other. And I didn't want them to connect. I didn't want to see what would happen. In fact, I keep my cockatiel cage closed too. I just don't trust my ferrets. Anyway, they ate my other two hamsters when they escaped. But anyway, yeah, I need to plug that up now. I'll do that as soon as I'm done with the video. But anyway, I'm doing 3 different steps right now on my website. One of them is downloading, because what I'm trying to do is I'm looking at all these different decades and I need to find an image for it. And so I go on Wikipedia and I also look on my website, on my timeline. And when I find something, I want to find an icon for that. And if I don't have that icon, then I go, well, I bet you it's on Envato. So I go back to Envato and I always find more things to download. And so I'm downloading new stuff from Envato, and then I have to convert it into the 32 pixel, which is the pixel size that I use for the images. The pixels are 20 images. I mean, the images are 20 pixels, but the images themselves are 32. I just have them a little bit bigger just so they look better. 20 image pixels photos, when you make them big and you look at them, they don't look good, but the 32s are all right. But anyway, and then I have to put them onto the site. And it's like, and then I have to upload it. So that's 4 different things. And if you look at my site now, I did most of the images on there, but there's a lot of images that aren't uploaded. And so I'm just like, I kind of got sick of having to look at the page with not the images being uploaded. So I actually passed out last night. Oh man, I missed. I passed out last night trying to upload. I look at an image, and it seemed like every single image, because I started at the top, and it seems like most of the images aren't there. So it seems like every single image I got to was in a different folder, because I'd see an image that's not uploaded. It's like, okay, what folder is that in? So I go and I upload that folder, and I even upload a few folders next to it, like all the ones around it. And then I refresh the page and I look at it, and it's like, okay, good. That image is done. And then I look at like literally the next one. Well, all the ones below it are still not done. It's like that image, even though there were like 50 or whatever icons in there, that was the only one that I was using. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do now. After I fix that, I'm going to go and make sure that all the icons that I have are actually uploaded. And then continue, and I'm almost done putting the icons for every single decade until 2000 BC. And that's a total of 700, because it's 600 for the decades, 200 for 2000 to 0, 200 for 0 to 2000. Oh, so that's 400. Okay, so 500. And then another 100 for the 20th century, so 500. And then you've got a bunch for BC, which is like another 100. And then the future. So yeah, maybe a total of like 700. But and in each one of those, I have to make sure that it's the very best one that I could get. I don't want to do a half-assed job. So I think long and hard, and I try to make a good balance between Bibles, books in the Bible, laws that they pass, wars, battles, natural catastrophes, and inventions, and famous people. Not try to get focused on one thing, and also throughout the whole year. I mean, the whole world, not just in Rome or something. So, I think I did a good job if you look at it. So that's what I'm going to do is go and upload all of it and try to do a video tomorrow. It's super fascinating. I wanted to take the biweekly history test and be proficient in all of them, all the decades, and even all the years. And having these hints, these icons, like I feel like I can learn it, especially since I was the one who built it. But I can look at it and be like, look at any one of those, see the icon, and remember what that icon represents. And so that means if I can remember what icon is for what decade, I can remember the events, at least one event in that decade, and a lot of times I could fit other events in the decade because then I'm looking at it in the context, and in my mind I'm remembering, kind of photographic memory, memorizing what else was going on. Maybe even remembering the page of the Wikipedia. But that's why you want to make something look beautiful and lots of colors, because you can even remember what it looks like if you're trying to remember it. But so yeah, that's why I'm super fired up to get done with this, so that I can then try it out. I'm literally I want to, like, just when I'm done with it, just look at it and be like, okay, play the game. Just and I'd probably maybe fix a few of the icons, but just be like, okay, so what happened in that decade with that icon? Ooh, I remember. Boom. And then once I get all of them, just study it like a vocabulary list. Once I can do every single one, like I can go down the entire list of the whole page and know what the icons mean, then then I can try to do it again without the icons. And maybe I'll even upload a page without the icons just for myself. But then try to remember what icon was there. And maybe you can remember what icon was in different places just in what icons are around it. So if you know what happened in 550, you know what happened in 750, you know what happened in 560 and 540. So then you picture all those different things around, and then just based on all the other icons you see around, you can remember the icon that was sitting there, and then you can remember what happened in 550. And so, Mind Palace stuff. Yeah, anyway, once I get there, I could be ready to actually do the biweekly history test. And I have this idea, maybe I should, because I'm having trouble deciding when I want to actually start exercising, becoming an athlete. And I keep making, like, every single time for like a week, every summer for a week, I think I start riding my bike every day for like a week, and every day I'm doing it, I think that I'm back into it forever, and then all of a sudden, like that, I remember, no, I'm not. And, um, um, so maybe the thing and that keeps driving me back, also once I get to the enough level of my website. But the other thing that I think maybe I shouldn't start training all the time, or I shouldn't start exercising all the time, is until I'm ready to take the biweekly history test, like I'm smart enough for it. Because I tried it once and I got my ass kicked, and if I did it now, I probably would too. Like, so bad that it wouldn't be worth taking it. Like most people, this is kind of the problem with my idea. Why it's going to be rough to get it to catch on, and it won't catch on right away. It's because most people couldn't even take the test at all, because every single decade you go to, you're not going to know anything, like nothing. So you'll be there for an hour looking like an idiot, being for a minute, and then you'll be like, okay, well, let's try another one, and then you'll just be like, for a minute, and it'll be like that for every one. And then, like, who wants to go through that torture every time? And why is it worth it? You're not learning anything. You're just reminding yourself of how stupid you are. So it takes like preparation, training, like studying, just to get to the point where you can even take the test. For most people, I mean, it shouldn't be that way. So, so I was explaining this to my mom. I think I could actually get to the point before I can take the test. And then I would like to challenge some of these people who say they remember every day of their lives, because who cares a shit about every day of somebody's life? But if they can demonstrate that they remember every decade, now that's something that's interesting to look at and inspiring. And so I was just saying, like, if I can make it look easy, then people go, oh my God, that makes it look easy. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, I want to do it. And maybe they don't realize how hard it is, but then they go, okay, well, let's just take it as a challenge, because if he did it, I can do it. And then they do it. And then it just kind of motivates people to try it. And it's actually not that, it'll become easier and easier for regular people to do it. Like, it's not something that's impossible. It's just something that but regular people are getting smarter and smarter. And I think pretty soon they're starting to get smarter and smarter on stuff that has to do with history. So the people will actually be able to take that test. So anyways, maybe I'll take it pretty soon, So so I'm just fired up to try to finish this. And I think tonight, in a couple of hours, I could finish. But I'm doing the uploads. I don't know how long that'll take. And then after that, maybe a couple hours after that, or maybe not that long. I don't know how many it is left, not that many, but I could finish with the BCs and then get going on the ancient history. And I haven't figured out how I'll do that. I want to have an icon for every one of my ancient histories too. Then I can fix the links and all that, which will be a few more days, and then I can be done with it. Maybe another week on this. But it's an awesome page, and then I have to finish the links within the page to link it around itself. I don't think I ever even did that. And then see, and at that point, I could actually check it out. I could try the test and see if I can memorize it. So I'm looking forward to that, because I feel like I've learned so much. Because like I've been here for the last week, I don't know, a few days. I have to think long and hard about these decades, because I have these different icons I can choose from. I could choose, is it going to be the famine, the law, the battle, the famous person? And then I have to be like, and then I have to think in my head, what do I have in the overall? Which one could you use more of? You could use more of that. Then I'll put that, So it's a lot of like critical thinking that makes my brain kind of tired. So I've been having to take a lot of smoke breaks and stuff. But I have been working through them really long. So anyways, that's what I'm up to now. I'll do the link below for the page. And that's my video for today. Haha. Let's see if this thing will turn off.